Howdy, I was on YouTube the other day and a video came up of a girl saying how I lost weight with God or how God helped me lose weight or something like that. And I clicked on it because I was curious about what she was going to say. It was kind of what I expected, like she was quite a fit, like athletic girl, a little bit of muscle, a little bit of fat, healthy, normal female body. And then she went on a calorie deficit, of course, lost weight, also lost quite a bit of muscle. And honestly, yeah, I was a little bit sad about that because I was like, your gains, girl, your gains went away. But she was happy and I was like, you know, it's none of my business. So I move on, right? I close the video. And then I guess because I watched that, the algorithm thinks, oh, this girl wants to get skinny. So it shows me another video. And it also knows I'm a Christian. So it shows me a video of a Christian girl losing weight. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because I clicked on the comments of that, you know, the short video of some girl losing weight, doing Pilates, something like that. Somebody commented about how she used to go to the gym and lift weights and she was getting strong. And then she says she had a divine revelation from God about how women are supposed to be weak and demure. And so she stopped lifting weights and started doing Pilates, going on a calorie deficit, lost weight, got skinny, and congrats, now she's weak. But let me tell you something, because I also had a divine revelation from God about this particular issue. So let me show you what my revelation is. God actually spoke to me personally. Somebody wrote it down, it's in here somewhere. Let's see, it said something in here about, yes, Proverbs 31:17, the woman who fears Yahweh. She girds herself with strength and makes her arms strong. Interesting. I don't know where she read about, I guess maybe it was the women being the weaker vessel. That's why she wanted to stop lifting weights. Interesting that we got the opposite idea. But let me tell you something that I don't think a lot of women understand. If you go to the gym and you lift weights, you are not going to become The Rock. You go to the gym and lift weights, you are not going to be stronger than the average male. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's just biology, I'm sorry. But let me tell you what will happen if you lift weights. You'll still be the weaker vessel, right? But you won't break your hip when you fall over when you get older. You'll be able to pick up your grandchildren. You're going to have better bone density. It's good for blood sugar control. It lowers your cholesterol. Good for blood pressure. It lowers your risk for diabetes. Lowers your risk for heart disease. Climbing stairs. Lifting groceries. Getting up from sitting on the floor. Things like that are only going to get harder as you get older. But if you are looking after your body by girding your arms with strength, it's going to make things a lot easier for your future, but also for your present. Lifting weights is good for you. It's actually really good for you. Another reason why I wanted to talk about this, and I just really want to encourage young women to be healthy and not fall for this stupid trend of being skin and bones, is I used to actually be skin and bones. Not on purpose. I didn't have any kind of eating disorder or anything like that, but 5 or 6 years ago now, I got temporal mandibular joint disorder, aka TMJ. My jaw would lock shut. My symptoms just got worse and worse and worse. I mean, gave me a whole host of different symptoms, but the one that probably affected me the most was the fact that I really couldn't open my jaw. Like, I could barely brush my teeth because I couldn't fit a toothbrush in my mouth. So, yeah, it got pretty bad and I couldn't eat. I was basically having smoothies, but I hate smoothies, so I would rather just not have anything. At the point where it was its worst, I was basically just having meal replacement shakes, and that's all I would have. So I went down to 40 kilos. Yeah, I was about to get fired from my job because my job involved lifting heavy things, which is a really good thing to do. It's good for you to lift heavy things. And I was no longer able to do it. Not only that, because I was so, not just skinny, it's not being skinny that's the problem, it's the malnourishment. Because I was so malnourished, my brain was literally starving. I went a bit crazy because you get so fatigued, you get brain fog. I started doing stupid things like forgetting keys. I would park in the wrong place. I would get lost on a street that I had driven over 100 times. My stress levels were so high and I was feeling really anxious. I was feeling depressed. Anyway, they were going to fire me. They said, look, you need to lock in or we're going to have to let you go. And I was like, you don't have to fire me. I'm gonna quit. I can't hack it. I can't do the job. I had to go to the doctor, and I got like a medical checkup. It was really bad. You could see all the bones on my body. She was like, step on the scale. So I stepped on the scale, and I was thinking, like, I knew I was going to be a little bit less, but I wasn't expecting to be only 40 kilos. And for reference, I'm 162 centimeters tall, which makes me like 5'3". Yeah, I wish I was taller. This is going to be loud. So, for reference, yeah, I'm like 5'3", so that would mean, when you put it into a BMI calculator, that at the time, I was in the red, and I was considered severely underweight, like, you're in trouble, you're dying. You need to gain, like, at least 8 kilos to be normal again. So I was pretty shocked. I knew it was bad, but yeah, I guess I was surprised at just how bad it was. Anyway, I'll tell you, the way that I gained weight back at the time, because I was still struggling to eat because of my jaw problems, the way that I gained the weight back at the time, obviously this is Japanese milk, right? I have to add cream to it. I'm from New Zealand. I'm used to New Zealand dairy. It's the high quality. The milk that I used to get was so thick, it was so good, that there was like a layer of cream like that thick at the top of it. You could either shake it up and have really, really creamy milk, or you could like eat the cream off the top. Anyway, it was so good. So that's what I did. To gain weight, I drank like 2 cups of this really, really good thick milk every day. That helped me put a little bit of weight on. Still was considered a little bit underweight, but I was no longer dying, you know? So, like, I guess 5 or 6 years go by, and my TMJ has gotten a lot better. Not completely healed, but I'm at a point where I can eat. I still have what's called a mild restrictive opening, so basically I can eat a cheeseburger, but I can't eat a Big Mac. Like, I have to squish it. And I couldn't eat an apple, but I could eat an apple cut up. But I don't want to because I don't like fruit. So anyway, I'm where I'm at now is I've actually been working out, actively trying to put on muscle and weight because I want to be strong, right? I thought that I was healthy because I had put some weight back on, and I was like, okay, well, I'm no longer dying, I'm no longer, you know, malnourished. But then I went to the park with my husband and my brother, and they were doing pull-ups, and then I tried doing one, and I realized I could not lift my body weight at all. And I was kind of like, ooh, I might be okay, like I'm not super skinny anymore, but I'm actually really weak. Like, I can't even can barely hold up my own body weight. I was like, well, okay body, now that we're at a point where we're no longer in danger, maybe we should try and get strong. So I've been working out, and I've been trying to eat more. But the point really is being that I'm seeing these girls like who used to be strong, and then like they're doing this extreme diets to try and lose weight, and they're almost getting to the point where I knew that I was sick. And it's really worrying, especially seeing it in the Christian girlies YouTube. Like, what are we doing? We're not supposed to be like following these weird, vain trends. Like, body type shouldn't be a trend. If anything, the trend should be healthy. And it's like women don't seem to know what that is. They have this idea that if they go to the gym, they'll get, oh, I don't want to lift weights because I don't want to be bulky. As if it's easy to put on muscle, and that doesn't take years of extreme dedication and hard work to be bulky. A bulky build, I don't know, that's kind of goals for me. Like, I would dream to be that strong. But even if you don't get that bulky build, you're still going to get the benefits of lifting weights. And I'm begging you to get off social media. If you're on social media, if you're a girl who's feeling insecure about your body, I'm begging you to just close the Instagram, get off the TikTok, and go out into the real world and just look around and see what people look like. I mean, don't do that here where I am in Japan, because I look around at the bodies and I'm like, you're all starving. Eat something, please. You know, you worry about the girls here because they're so skinny and they don't have any muscle on them, and then you look around at the older people. The old women here, the old women are walking around like this with the walkers. Like, they're walking around completely bent, like 90 degrees. Do you know why? These girls have no muscle. if you don't have any muscle mass and then, you get older, you can't hold your body up. Like, do you understand how serious this is? If you don't have any muscle, like you don't lift anything, it's going to be harder for you when you get old. It's going to be hard. I just want us to be a good steward of this body that God has given us. I feel especially blessed to be where I am right now because I know what it's like to be sick. So yeah, if you are looking around at all these skinny girls and you're thinking in your head like, oh, I wish I had a body like that. First of all, yeah, get off social media, but you need to shut that down and you need to remind yourself, okay, hang on, what is it that makes me beautiful? What is it that makes me precious? And it's the fact that you were created in God's image. You are an image bearer of God. The thing that makes you valuable is not the number on the scale or the size of your waist or how you look in yoga pants. The thing that gives you value is you are a child of God. Being skinny and having no muscle is not something to aspire to, okay? It's dangerous. Oh, not to mention the deficiencies. Low iron, low B12, low vitamin C, low vitamin D. The reason that you're so deficient in all these things and you have to keep coming back month after month to get more pills is because you're not eating. It's not a place that you want to be. Yeah, you need to remind yourself that you're made in God's image and that's what makes you beautiful. And also that your life is precious. Your body is precious. Sure, it's not perfect, but this is the life that we're living until we go home to eternity. So you're stuck with this body until it gets perfected. Obviously, I know some people have disabilities and some people are unable to lift weights. And I'm obviously not addressing those people. I'm addressing people who you have the ability. Please do it. Please look after yourself and try and be healthy. It's not the main focus of life, but it's a good thing. It's a beneficial thing. And it is infinitely better than trying to starve yourself. Please don't do that. I know that it's kind of cringe when people say like, oh, love yourself and follow your heart. And, Christians tend to have a different sort of worldview. But I do want to encourage you to love your body and love the body that God has given you. Love as in not be vain or obsessed with yourself, but love as in cherish it, nourish it, look after it. If you've been blessed with a body that functions normally, steward that. Don't starve yourself. Just don't do it. Eat, Pray, Love. Isn't that a movie? It's probably a bad movie, but, good motto, though. Eat, pray, love. Eat.